Yo, 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 yo. What's up,
Good.
everybody? Matt is back with us.
Hey, I'm back. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Feel like it's been goddamn forever.
Forever, bro. Hope everybody having a good day, good weekend so far. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. How's everybody enjoying OTAs? I know only a few of them have been live, but long as I got my suit and TY.
Justin Timberlake song, Suit and Tie. I changed it. As long as
Oh.
I got my suit and tie. I'm corny like that. I apologize. Um,
I don't know much of Justin Timberlake, so you have me all messed up on that
I'm
one.
throwing it way back from when I graduated high school, folks. Um, but
But
from what
yeah,
I understood of OTAs, it's been a process. I mean, the only news that I know you're curious of following is why Minshew took all the week one
So
or
I did see
group
something
one
about that.
snaps yesterday or whatever the hell it
I
was
did
when we were talking about it.
I did see that somebody asked Shane, and Shane said there was nothing to it. It just happened that way. He was like, it
It
was
was
just
like,
the way the reps were split that day.
so it's just like random.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
random. He said there was nothing to it. So I was
Apparently,
just the only reason I even cared because you guys know I think we've had the debate before. Yeah, I'd prefer him to start week one, but we all agreed that the reps should be split in preseason, like off season OTAs, training camp, everything like that. He's
right?
not going to get 100% of the snaps, and we all understood that. It was just the way Shane and everybody's kind of hyping up his progression, and then it was just out of nowhere. Minshew got all the reps, and I was like, made me scratch my head a little bit. I was like, how are you going to rave about a guy and then he gets 0 reps? Like, what happened?
Exactly.
I thought something happened. I just wanted to know if something happened.
Yeah, I was named. I've been pretty
Speaking
you
of,
know,
speaking
been
of,
speaking
speaking
of the
of,
speaking of the kid, you
yeah.
know. But yeah, I was named. So I pretty much, you guys know, I'm the content guy. So I pretty much been waiting for the Colts to put stuff out, and I've been taking a little bit of their clips and whatnot of what they've been putting out, and I was kind of just waiting and waiting and waiting because you see them coming around from every other camp, and so obviously, when things get slow. What do Colts fans do? We panic. That's just what
Yeah.
Colts fans do. So you start seeing other teams putting out their videos and content and whatnot, and everybody's like, "Well, why aren't the Colts putting any? Is Anthony Richardson
So
suck because
I,
we ain't seeing no content?" Blah
I
blah blah
will
blah.
I will say this: if you are getting a lack of clips, a lack of videos, and fans aren't seeing it, go listen to the Colts podcast on Tuesdays. If you
Yep.
don't hear it live, go on the website and listen to it the next day because you're gonna get all the updates.
Yeah, I listen. I try to listen
I think his
pretty much
name's
every
Matt
day.
Matt Taylor.
Yeah,
Matt
it's Matt
Taylor,
Taylor, Jeffrey
Rick
Gorman, Larry
JJ
Overton, and JJ
JJ
Stankovic.
Stankwitz. Yeah, and then every once in a while they have Rick Venturi come on there. So they give all the updates, man. So if you have any concerns of what AR's doing, you can actually go and listen to them, and they're talking about it.
Exactly. So yeah, Colts fans were just kind of going a little crazy a little bit, and then a writer actually came out and explained that throughout OTAs they only got 1 day a week to actually have their phones out and take videos and pictures and stuff like that. The rest of the other days they're only allowed to take notes by paper and pen. So that's what's been going on with that situation, and that's why we finally just got some late. Um,
Well,
go ahead, Zach.
I'm not mad about that.
No,
Like
me either.
me personally, keep it quiet, keep it hush hush. I don't want media seeing anything about AR. The less they know, the better. You know, well, the less they pick up on Steichen, the better.
Yeah,
Like I don't want anyone to know shit until literally. I mean, even training camp. I mean, obviously things are going to get out, but I always have the mindset the media is evil. No press is good press because all press is bad press.
You want to know why I want
So
it? It's got
the quiet, the better, in my opinion.
the only reason I want it is because I want football all year long.
yeah.
Obviously,
So I just need to know.
obviously.
I need to hear Colts football. I mean,
Yeah, the
it's as
tough
simple
part
as that.
about that is the fact that you say that you want it all year long. Is the tough part is for the NFL and for football, we have the shortest season and the longest off season out of
Yeah.
all the big sports.
Because you
So
gotta you gotta think about it. Hockey is just now entering the Stanley Cup Finals tonight,
I
right?
just saw a bracket
Uh,
today that
it's
showed it.
about 7. Let's say it goes full 7 games. That's a couple weeks, right? And then their off season kicks off, and then their off season only goes till about October.
Yep.
They're like the NBA. But in my
Same
opinion,
thing with NBA and basketball.
Yeah, because September is when their preseason kicks off.
Yep. And
That's my
basketball is the
problem.
same. Basketball is ends in June with the finals, and then starts back up in like October.
Yeah,
that's my problem with the NBA and NHL, though. In my opinion, the season's too damn long.
I don't think it is. I think it's
like
I like it.
My
the way
problem.
it is.
My
I mean,
problem
players.
with
I mean, there's some variations in between that because in the NBA, players complain that the season's too long, but then obviously the upper management is like, "Hey, the season is long because you guys want to get paid, so people want to see you guys."
That's the same thing with
But
hockey because hockey players.
as someone who watches both leagues as a fan, I think the season's too damn long. Give me 60 games because
that's all hockey gives you. That's all hockey really.
Hockey's 82.
Yeah, I mean that's what's
Basketball's
22 more
82.
games. What's 22 more games?
Basketball's 82.
A
I mean,
lot.
so they just
But
changed.
you got to think. You got to think about the
basketball.
MLB. The MLB is 160 something games. Bro.
162, and it's boring as hell too. It's
Yeah.
in my opinion, it's
Yeah.
too long. They
I
cut
would
that in
prefer-
half.
Just like in basketball, they said now that out of 82 games, a player has to play at least 65 to be eligible for an award for that year. So,
Well,
you know, it's
that's
kind of a little bit of give and take. But I think for the fans, I think fans will never complain to see more of their favorite sport.
I think the major thing is the NFL. You probably have more of an overhaul and changes of teams when it comes to rosters and coaching staffs than you do in hockey or you do in basketball. Like players move around a lot in basketball. I get it. I don't know much about basketball. I'm just saying they move around a lot, but
They do.
I don't know. I don't know if it's as much as the NFL does, or how
NBA
much
free agency is
or how much.
wild.
Well, hold on. As much as it matters, in my opinion.
No, I think I would like to. Well, I can't say for baseball and hockey because I follow them a little bit, but not really too much. But I know in football and basketball, coaching staffs and players move around a ton.
In the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get that, but I'm not wording it right. What I'm trying to say is I think in the NBA, one guy can make all the difference on a team compared to the NFL. Where the NFL, you have so many moving pieces, but that one guy is not going to instantly change that whole team. There's so much that goes into it.
gotcha.
If that makes sense. Like LeBron can go from Miami to LA and completely change LA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
that
pretty
makes
much the same. The only way you can equate that to a player in the NFL is quarterback.
Yeah, right, and that's not even always 100% guaranteed.
Exactly. So that'd be the equivalent there. So yeah, makes total sense.
But
But just
in the NHL, you don't have that either. One guy's not going to go change a team. it's not going to happen.
Right.
I-
I mean, it's
you need-
more.
I want to say,
Go ahead.
wasn't there 2 rookies that changed some teams this past year in NHL though? I want to say.
I mean, you could.
I want to say it was for
You-
Edmonton. There was one rookie
Yeah.
that was big time, and then there was another guy. I forgot his name, but I
You-
want to say they played against each other.
It does happen. I mean, you have guys that can make a huge change, but I think if you want to look at the equivalent to the quarterback and to like a guy like LeBron in the NBA to the NHL, it's going to be the goalie. The goalie is going to make more of a difference than anybody else on the ice.
Yeah.
Because that goalie ultimately he's your quarterback. Yeah, you have your shooters, your playmakers, whatever, but they don't do nothing without a good goalie.
Chad makes a good point here, but if we make the season longer, we see guys retiring like Luck did, cut the lifespan of most players.
I don't want the NFL to make the season longer. I just want
Yeah,
football all year.
No, it was just a conversation. But exactly what you're saying is how you want it longer is exactly why I started following leagues like the XFL and the USFL, even though it may not be as
the
crisp,
WFA.
it may not be as crisp of a product as the NFL, but I still love to see the football. game.
I'd never even heard of the WFA until this morning.
What's that? The
Yeah,
women's
that's-
football.
That's the women's. Yes, I had no
yeah,
idea it even
okay,
existed.
Yeah,
Full pads, bro.
I follow a small bit of that because if my wife ever caught me watching that, she'd just
No.
be like, "Oh,
It's not that one. It's not that
Oh,
one.
not
It's
oh,
not
it's
that
a
one.
different one.
No, it's a different one. This
Oh, I
one's
thought
like
you meant like the
I'm
kind of like
talking.
the Arena Football League version of them playing.
No, no,
That
no,
one.
no, 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 no. No, it was
No,
an
not the
actual.
lingerie league, homie.
Yeah,
Like
no,
the
not
real
that one.
football.
Yes,
Okay,
it was a real football. It
I
was,
never heard of that one. Then.
bro, it was 11 on 11 real football. And I'll tell you what,
Okay.
this one quarterback was probably like 260. I was like, good Lord, man. I didn't realize it was a women's league until they took their helmets off. And I was like, what
I
the
mean,
fuck?
to Chad's point, I am perfectly okay with cutting a player's career lifespan down if he's properly
Yes.
compensated.
Yes.
So if you're
Yeah,
playing
but I mean,
football
people already complain about players making so much money, bro. I don't
and
know.
they're gonna. But to me, you sign up, you play that game. But if you're properly compensated, I don't care. It's like the
I mean,
NBA.
in my opinion, no one in the NFL is properly compensated to begin with.
Insurance wise, I agree.
That's fair.
They're way overly compensated.
That's fair. But real quick, just to jump around a little bit, because I did share this everywhere. So just to give some more a little bit updates around, I'll say the AFC South. I don't want to go too far. But I've heard CJ Stroud has looked really good in OTAs with the Texans. I haven't seen much of the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I'm guessing they're doing well. You know, just like Zach said, no news is good news. So I'll stick with that for them. As for the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill is looking pretty good. So is Traylon Burks. I've seen a big play from them today. And then as for Will Levis, there was some conversation that went on today with that situation. He's obviously behind Malik Willis is number 3 on the QB chart, but there was a play that was shown where they're running over the bags and just kind of working on some form and accuracy thing. And Will Levis, I don't want to say terribly, but pretty bad, overthrew a net, and people just kind of slandering the guy. Let's relax, bro. Practices where players are getting better. I know he's not a Colton, he's a Titan, but until he puts on the jersey and playing the game, I'm gonna wait to officially hate the guy. And I know I was the guy that hated him all off season, but I just hate how people go for the throats of a young kid and just want to trash him completely. Like, they're working on getting better. Just relax on the guy.
Let's also be fair. He's their third string quarterback.
Exactly. So let's relax on the guy a little bit, man. Like, you really just hate to do people like that. We forget that people are humans just because we're fans and we want to trash our rival team. And
I do want to make a comment about it because if you watch the video a little bit, he looked a little frustrated. So in my opinion, I think it wasn't the first time. So from what I'm tracking, he just had a bad day that day, which everybody has.
Yeah, and it's just like I said of why I thought he was a second round pick, because he had some things to work on. And if you're going to be a first round pick, you should have some abilities that put you over the top. And I just thought it was something that he just needs to work on a little bit. My bad, Nathan. I got you in the comments here. That's why I was trying to spread it out to the league.
I see you spamming that crap.
Yeah, I know. He wanted to get a what's name on that. I can't even tell you what happened with Dobbs. So Josh Dobbs, I want to say is with
Dobbs, or does he mean Downs for the Colts?
Yeah.
I think he might mean Downs. He might mean Downs. Okay, I thought he might have meant Dobbs.
So Packers guy, can't help him.
Yeah, no. I thought he was talking about Josh Dobbs for a second, but yeah, Josh Downs, his knee injury. So we don't know officially what happened. I think it was just a little bit of knee soreness, and I think it's Downs. So he's talking about Josh Downs. So as fans, we need to remember these guys are full-time athletes. So if you think about your 9 to 5 job, whatever you do in your regular life, you got to remember these guys are training for that time. They're out on the field, they're making cuts, they're working, they're in the gym, they're squatting, they're benching, doing whatever they do. So when you hear about off-season injuries, it's because they're clearly working on something and then just something happened. So I'm guessing he had a little tweak with his knee, just like Shane Steichen said, that Michael Pittman Jr. had a little hip, Josh Downs had a little knee, and Braden Smith had a little calf or a little quad or something like that. So he said they're all little things, but that's just what happened. And so they're just being precautious with him right now in OTAs because it's really not that important.
Listen, you guys got to remember too is I believe OTAs are going to be ending here soon, and then they're going to go on like a whole month off. They don't even come back.
They're done after tomorrow.
Yeah, and then they don't come back until like July 27th, if I remember correctly. That's when training camp starts. So I wouldn't be really worried about much that's happening right now. Right now, they're not. It's non-contact, so most of this stuff is even half speed. They're not even full speed on the field. So
Exactly. So yeah, so everybody's gonna have a little bit of stuff going on, but as far as I know, that's what I believe happened. But as Coach Steichen said, it is a little thing, and it's not something too big. As well for that update, Michael Pittman Jr. had a hip injury that he's been out for. And like I said, Braden Smith had something with his leg. Uh, Braden Smith had something with his legs, but he did come back to practice. Jelani Woods had a little bit of a hamstring. Will Mallory was in a boot on his right foot and ankle. Didn't know anything about that or much about that.
I
Jonathan
think the
Taylor's
Colts drafted
obviously.
him hurt.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
few. You know how Ballard gets down. He wants to, draft guys, including our second round pick Juju, who had the wrist surgery, so he's not practicing as well. Jonathan Taylor's still resting his ankle. He doesn't know when he's going to be 100%. And then Shaq Leonard, who's obviously we've seen the video that went out there. And that's pretty much still going viral, guys. I didn't even tell you guys, but it's up to like 200 likes, I want to say, or something like that, and like 30 retweets. It went pretty big with the video of Shaq getting out there practicing. So are running, but all of those guys were not practicing. And so yeah, that was a little bit of the update there. And then another update was Julian Blackman has moved over to strong safety from free safety. So it almost sounds like we pretty much have solidified that free safety spot.
Yeah, it's
The
Thomas
kid,
and
Rodney
Blackman
Thomas.
going forward.
it's wild that we were literally having this discussion like 2 days ago in the group chat
And
that
it just
if there was going to be a move. Zach was talking about moving him to nickel, but a move
He
happened.
flat
So
out
Zach,
said he'd be perfectly comfortable playing nickel and putting Kenny as strong and switching. Like they literally said they'll do it via matchup who they play because they feel confident in both of their ability to play inside and strong safety. Even though I'm
As
not
long
a
as
fan
we
of
get,
Kenny,
as long as we get 2021 Kenny.
right. Even though I'm not a fan of Kenny Moore for the Stony Bowl last year, if he ends up playing well and being 2021 Kenny, I'm all about that because he was a dog. I mean, in my opinion, as DeMarco said, he's the best tackling DB we have at corner. So I'm all for it.
yeah.
And real quick here, Tesh on Ambitious, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in tonight. Derek Simpson, let's go Colts. You know what it is. And then, Chad's just repeating what we said there. And then Nathan, we're talking about that a little bit. So I like the move for Julian Blackman at safety, a strong safety, because it's just another thing of what you're doing is you're just getting the best player on the field. And so obviously, if you got two good safeties in Rodney Thomas and Julian Blackman, and I think personally Rodney Thomas is the better, free range safety, but Julian Blackman's still a hell of a secondary player. And so I thought he honestly would have been an all pro at this point, maybe, or even a Pro Bowl type of player. He's dealt with some injuries, had to be in and out of the lineup a little bit. So I definitely think it's something that he'll get into and kind of play the safety, but he almost reminds me of like the way his energy is. I don't want to say like a Brian Dawkins, but the way his energy is, his high energy, the way he wants to play with the tenacity. I think Julian Blackman could easily be a smaller version of that. I'd like to see him at this position. He's a very good tackler as well. So I think this totally fits what he can do. We'll see how Gus Bradley will use him, but I think we got a good problem to have.
Let's look at it like this. Right now, we have two free safeties playing safety at the same time. Two sideline to sideline safeties, and Julian Blackman just got some experience last year playing upward more in the box. So with him gaining that experience up in the box last year and actually killing it, now he's a sideline. Now he's a sideline to sideline free safety playing strong safety who's going to be all over the field.
He said
Absolutely.
This move leads to more production if he can capitalize. Because he's closer to line of scrimmage, and like I said, it allows him to move sideline to sideline because he says his first responsibility is a run defender.
Yeah,
I mean, in the cover three, their base cover 3 defense.
I'm not gonna put him on this exact level, but I'd say he has the ability to be as like a Troy Polamalu type strong safety. That sideline to sideline, run stop, style, safety. That's what his responsibility is going to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I just think we got some good problems to have in the secondary, especially as far as getting younger. Then real quick here to answer, Brandon Archer has a question here. Did the Colts sign Perryman? So we have not signed him yet, but I still think the goal was to sign him. So they're probably just working on the numbers and seeing what's going on here. And then real quick,
the Jannard Avery signing.
Dawson Cravens was mentioning here the Colts are jagged on the AFC South, but it'd be close calling it now. I don't think you're far off, Dawson, but I do think the Jags take it. So I wouldn't necessarily call it like a very close competition, but I got the Jags as of right now, and I think Matt and Zach will agree. They actually had the Jags by more wins than I had, so I'm pretty sure we're all in the same boat there. And then real quick here, Nathan wanted some information about the defensive end from Tampa. Did you guys have any information on that, or did you want me to give the update?
I know he played for Philly. We signed him because he knows Shane Steichen. I think he got drafted by the Browns. I know he was a Steeler at some point, and last year he played for the Bucks. So he's a journeyman. I think he's a camp body, really, honestly.
Yeah.
Just a warm coat hanger until something happens.
Yeah, so Nathan, just to jump off of what Zach said there, pretty much been a journeyman type of guy. Will be pretty much a camp body that can kind of maybe work his way, but he was drafted by the Cleveland Browns 2018. And then he recorded 4.5 sacks his rookie season with the Browns, and then just kind of bounced around there. Most recently, though, he ended up with Tampa, played 12 games, had 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 sack. The Buccaneers were not a very good team last year, so he was in that rotation, obviously, with some pieces moving for him. So I would basically just call him competition for our offense right now. I wouldn't necessarily even call him a depth piece because of the fact that we have a lot of defensive ends on this team that I think will be in a rotation. So I don't believe he will make the team and be a depth piece there, to answer your last question there. And when we did sign him, we did waive running back Darius Higgins as well.
Move on to what Chad asked here. Chad asked, do you expect to see – oh, wrong one, bud. Wrong one.
My bad.
Go back. I was already there.
There we go.
Do you expect to see more Flowers this season outside of special teams? Yes, I do. Why? Because I think he's going to get slid over a little more as like Isaiah Rodgers did his sophomore year. Okay, Zach.
Yeah, no, I think I might be with Zach on this one.
Hot take. I really think hot take. It's going to be Isaiah Rodgers playing outside, Kenny Moore's in the slot, and then Rush and Brent are going to rotate a corner. And I think that Flowers is strictly kick return, punt return, special teams ace only, because I don't think he's good enough to earn outside reps. Hopefully, I
didn't think Isaiah Rodgers was good enough, and he proved me wrong 2 years after I said it. I said the same thing about Rodgers.
I know.
Yeah, I will say
hopefully I'm wrong, but I think that Rush and Brent are just better athletes.
If I remember correctly, a couple of years ago, DeMarco kept telling me to stop sleeping on Rodgers because I said the same thing about Rodgers. Right. I said he's just a special teams guy. He's a special teams ace. Keep him there. Stop putting him on the field at corner. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting here saying, why the hell is Rodgers not playing corner? You know,
I just had a lot of faith in Rodgers because of his ability, and I thought pretty much the same way we think about AR with him is just literally just I thought it was time on the field that Isaiah Rodgers lacked as far as playing corner, and I thought he could jump in there and play. Now, as for Dallas Flowers, on the other hand, I want to say it's tough to say just because of the fact that we drafted 2 rookies to come in and that you think they're going to kind of be those guys. But I mean, I would want to give him the same faith that I gave Isaiah Rodgers to say that with more time he can play. And as you guys can see from the specific move that we made with Julian Blackmon moving over to strong safety instead of just jumping in with Nick Cross, we can tell that Coach Gus Bradley is going to have faith in veterans. That is what
Yeah.
he believes in. So
You want proven
whoever's
players.
going to play with the most experience is going to be a guy that will come in and play. So I could definitely see from Matt's point of view of why Dallas Flowers would get in there and
I'm
play.
not saying I'm not saying he's going to be a damn starter. I just think he's
I'm just
he's
saying
going to get reps at
have a
corner
chance
this year.
have a
Because
chance to compete.
last year Dallas Flowers maybe had 5 reps at corner all damn year.
I saw
It
him play
was
one
not-
game.
Yeah, it wasn't many. He's going to get more than he had last year.
Especially with the special teams changes that they made this year to the kickoff and whatnot. So we might see him just because of the fact that his role may diminish a little bit. in special teams.
He may be told to just call fair catch more than he's supposed to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't, because especially with Dallas Flowers back there. Dallas Flowers showed last year that man's a weapon.
I get it, but
And I understand. What up,
25
Brian?
yard line.
Appreciate the salute, Chad.
Catch it at the 24-yard line, get 1 yard out of it.
Yeah. Hey,
So
that's
stupid.
that's petty, but I would
stupid.
be that
Bro,
petty. I'd be like,
I hate that.
TJ
rule
Rushing.
change.
TJ Rushing used to do that shit. Used to drive me nuts. Would wave his fair catch that shit on the 5 and piss Manning off. I mean, that's what I would do. I just fair catch it on the 5 and know it's coming out to 25
Bro, I hate that.
every
that.
time.
This is the
Yeah,
worst.
I hate that. I like the fact that who was it? There was a returner that said I don't care what it is, I'm returning everything. I like that
that's
mentality.
Fat Man Jones.
It's
That's
the
Fat Man
worst-
Jones, man.
It's the worst. It's the worst damn rule change I've seen.
I know McAfee's pissed about it, but as someone who
Everyone in the NFL is pissed about it.
you're taking jobs away. I get it. Yeah, you're taking jobs
What's up
away.
to Brian? Thanks for coming in tonight. I believe you're a new guest. Appreciate you for coming in.
But
That's a
But I'm
buddy
all
of mine.
for it, man.
He's a Chargers fan. It's a buddy of mine.
But I'm all for it, man. Like,
I'm
hey,
not. I think it's dumb. It doesn't only take away jobs, bro. It takes away a whole side of football.
it's the authenticity of the game. Yeah, it'd
No,
be
it's not
crazy.
even. It's not authenticity at all. It's the fact that the kicking game and the return game is one of the biggest parts of football, because
I know.
the
It's a third of the
field
game.
position,
It's a
field
third
position,
of the game.
field position is important. That
It's
that could change anything. And now,
Yeah,
let's say now, let's say you're in a
It's
situation, you're down by 4, right? And you're now on the you
Instead of the
you see how I
5-yard
wanna say
line,
it. Yeah, instead
instead of
getting
a
pinned,
5-yard line, you
instead
get
of-
a return for 70. Now you're at the 15.
yeah, instead of, let's say, how am I trying to word this? I'm just trying to make it to make sense to where, hey, you're getting screwed because
Matt is basically saying you don't get a chance to flip the field anymore.
right. No,
So
you don't
like,
get you don't
if you're
get
in
you
a
don't
game-
get the coffin
If you're
corner.
in a
things like
game
that.
where
If
you're
you-
like, if the score is like 3-6 or 9-3 or something,
Right.
and you just really need this team to stay pinned down, you got a chance to pin Mahomes at the 3-yard line.
Right.
But instead now it
Right.
comes out to the 25. You give
Right.
this fucking
Like,
guy a fresh set of.
But then to play devil's advocate like Zach, now these kickers need to be more accurate.
You're right.
Because if
It
you-
puts the
because now-
onus on the kicker.
Because now if you want to pin down, now it has to be a coffin corner.
What they're saying is that some kickers may just swift kick everything, kick it right
Yeah.
to the middle. Like, what's the
Yeah,
point?
they're gonna squib it
Trying to-
everything. They're not even
Yeah.
gonna like kick it deep
So,
anymore.
so now here's the thing. Let's say they go to aim it out of bounds. Now when the
Still-
returner
They
calls
gotta-
the
it's
fair
still gotta be
catch,
kicked to the end zone.
do that? No, it doesn't. It could be fair caught anywhere on the field. But does it have to
Yeah.
be caught?
No. You said it had to be if they're trying to aim it out of bounds. If they kick
the
it out
kicker-
before the end zone, then there's still going to be a penalty to
and
the,
if we get the ball to
45.
35.
But isn't it for punts too?
No.
No,
Punt-
it's just
kickoff
kickoff.
only.
Yeah,
It's just
only
oh
kick-
well, then that takes
yeah.
everything away from me. That takes everything out.
Like
That
you
takes
can still
everything.
punt. You can still punt teams and keep it in, but on kickoffs,
Yeah.
No,
on
okay.
kickoffs,
Now hold
you
on.
just
now
might
hold
as
on.
well kick it out of bounds because you're only giving
Okay.
up 10 yards.
Okay. So I thought it was actually on punts too. I didn't see that it was just kickoffs. Now that it's on
Yeah,
kickoffs,
it's
I'm fine
kickoffs.
with it. I'm fine with
Yeah.
it on kickoffs because it was ultimately going to the 25 anyway.
Right.
Majority of the time, they only
I want
get
to
to that
say, I want
area.
to say that the average they had for it, what every NFL team on average of all 32, it was to the 24-yard line. of
Yeah,
what
it's-
returns were doing. So
Every once in a while, yeah. Okay,
it,
so
it
but
didn't
now
make
it
the
makes sense.
biggest difference.
Because you're not going to pin people down on a kickoff the majority of the time unless the returner fucks up to be
Unless he fumbles that kick.
Yeah, unless he
But-
muffs it or whatever. But even if you muff a fair catch, that
But I
ruins the
will
fair
say that
catch to begin
everybody's
with.
out there who's watching just for this whole little rule change. I will like to say that the Colts do have a little edge up on everybody because we did hire a college special teams coach in Brian Mason to be our special teams coach. So that'll give us a little
Now-
edge up on everybody else as far as how that's gonna go.
Now, if they change it to the punt team, I'm mad. I'm mad
I
because
mean-
that literally changes everything. Now, being it on the kickoff, that's a little different to me. That's like, okay, whatever, because most of these guys let it go out of the back of the end zone. If they can return it, the majority of the time they only get it to between the 20 and the 25 anyway, unless you have a real breakout guy or a really good block in front of you. So really, that's not going to change much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But if they moved it to the punt, that's when I'm like, okay, NFL, you need to change some shit because that's retarded.
I'll have to go back through
Absolutely.
and reread it, but I'm pretty sure it's only kickoff.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
after
pretty sure
2
it was only
years,
kickoff. But
after
they-
2
they're
years,
pretty
you're going
much-
to come
they're
back,
pretty much
reassess
saying-
it.
They're pretty much just saying, like, because of the fact that, like, if you're a kicker, right, and say you don't, like, you got a good enough leg to where you can say, I'm not going to kick it into the end zone, and I'm also not going to kick it to the 20. I can kick it right to the 3 and make this guy have to return it. That's a chance at a fumble. That's a chance at a slip and fall and get a tackle inside the 10-yard line. Just, whatever the case may be on special
I mean,
teams.
but then when
That's
you
just taking away that opportunity now. So instead of him
No.
trying to run it out from the 3, it's not in the end zone. He waves fair catch. You catch it, it goes to the 25 automatically. They're basically just saying that takes away a little bit of that field advantage that we
Which
can have in
doesn't-
the game.
that little bit that doesn't really happen very often.
Exactly. So it's
So-
just that it's like that 1% chance,
Yeah.
But real quick here, just want to chime in on something that Chad said. He said, but
Still
the two
talking about Dallas
quarterback-
Flowers here.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So, but the 2 rookie cornerbacks that we drafted could replace him on special teams. So, Chad, just to answer your point there, even if we did replace him with a rookie, it would not be Juju Brents, and it would also not be Darius Rush. The cornerback that would be back there to try and return and compete for that would be Jalen Jones out of Texas A&M. So, that'll be with that.
Jalen. No.
All right.
So,
We're going to go
Last
ahead
one.
and shift gears here, and we're going to go ahead and get to our first 4 weeks of the season
Ooh.
predictions. So this is going to be a 4-week segment. We're going to do 4 weeks at a time. So today we are going to do the first 4 weeks where we're going to go ahead and predict every game, not just Colts games. We're doing the whole NFL. So as you guys see here, this is week 1.
And remember, there are 3 of us here, so we will get a lot of difference in opinion. Maybe that's swaying 2-1.
And then
So
we're going to go to the
Please
comments.
feel free to chime in and give us your opinions. We will try our best to get them all out there. This is what we do. We love to let people speak and get their opinions out as well.
Yes, sir. Let me make sure I know how to operate this real quick, and then so I know when to go to week 2. All right, cool. All right, so this is what we're going to do. AFC. These are all AFC teams that play each other. That's how they do it. And then they have the AFC versus NFC in the middle. And then you have the NFC teams in the bottom. All right, so we're just going to go right down the row. All right,
It's
Jaguars,
the first time I've seen this.
Jaguars, Indy. I'm going Jaguars.
Why is it not starting with the Chiefs and the Lions? That's week 1.
Because it's
they're doing
because it's
AFC
right
versus
here.
NFC.
Because AFC versus NFC.
Yeah.
So, like again, I'll explain this for DeMarco. This top one here is all AFC teams. So it's the
Yeah.
games that are AFC versus AFC.
That's so weird.
Then in the middle, it's AFC versus NFC,
Yeah.
and then at the bottom, it's NFC versus NFC.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got
know why
you.
they did it
But
like
it's
that.
just so weird to do it that
It
way.
is what it is. So we'll just
There
go
you
down
go.
the bottom. All right.
I'm
So
going Indy. Indy
you're
at home.
going Indy. I'm going Jacksonville.
Wow, Zach said Indy.
I'm going Jacksonville.
Chad in the comments here is also saying Jacksonville. Sorry, Zach. Yeah, you're outnumbered here with this one. I got to go
that's
Jags
fine.
for the simple reason because of the fact that we normally beat the Jags at home. But the
Right.
problem I'm having with it is first of all, I don't know who we're going to start at quarterback. Second is I don't know what our offense is going to look like. So it's tough for me to sit here and want to just jump on it and say we're going to win. So it's just tough for me to pick us in this situation. Just so many unknowns with what I know
Yeah.
we're going to look like. I don't know if Shaq's going to be healthy. I don't know if Jonathan Taylor's going to be out. He better, but
Right.
it's just so many unknowns. So
Yeah.
I also have to say Jags here.
We don't know who's going to start at quarterback. Jonathan Taylor, Shaq. Even without Shaq, I think our defense is going to play okay. I do think we get Tyquan Lewis back, and I think Tyquan Lewis is very important in this game because Trevor Lawrence rolling out of the pocket.
I don't think he starts, bro. I think Taekwon's a bench piece.
Taekwon's not a starter. He's not, but he's
Yeah,
one
I
of
was
the
about to say.
rotational.
I was gonna say I don't even know if we see Taekwon. Maybe it's like week 3. Week 4.
I'm just saying. I know Taekwon's never really been a starter, but Taekwon's one of those depth pieces that has been very beneficial when he plays.
Reliable.
It may not look like it in his production standpoint, but if you look at it on the film, he's very useful. And like I said, he's our best edge setter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Edge setter. He's not our best rusher. He's not our best run stopper. He's our best edge setter. So quarterbacks like Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, the Ryan Tannehills. We play really well against Tennessee when Tyquan Lewis is on the field. I'll just say it.
Your dad said Minshew gets payback on the Jags here, Zach. He's with
Hey,
you on that.
let's go, Pops. Yes. I
All right.
didn't even know you were in the comment section, Dad. Wow. Shame
All right,
on
so
you.
we going Jacksonville.
Yeah, they're still
All right.
outnumbered 3-2 on that one, unfortunately.
All right, so then Cincinnati and Cleveland. I'm going Joe Burrow. I'm sorry.
No, Cincinnati all the way. The Fighting Joe Burrows.
Yeah.
I'm going against the grain here. I think the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson may turn back the clock a little bit and look more to form.
So I
think
knew that was
Cleveland's
coming.
Running game. I think the Cleveland running game is gonna come back a little bit. And then also the Bengals made a few changes to that defense in the secondary, and I think that'll look a little bit different for them. So I'm going to say a little surprise upset here and go with the Browns.
I'll say this. I did not expect that one to go right across the board to be Cincy. I knew somebody was going to go Cleveland because even I hesitated. Because I do think Deshaun Watson does he's going to get it together this year in my opinion.
Hey, I'm going to say this. I think Cincinnati's defense has been slept on the past couple of years, and I know they felt disrespected last year. And just because, I'm not being a homer because my dad's a Bengals fan here. But, I feel like the key additions they drafted last year with that Dax Hill and then that Taylor kid at corner, they're more athletic, they're younger, and I believe they're better.
Who's their other safety? So I know they're starting Dax Hill. He's going to come back as the guy. But they let go of Jesse Bates. Who's the guy replacing Jesse?
I think it's Von Bell. Or Dax Hill's going to replace Jesse Bates, but I think Von Bell's back there. I know they have experience back there. They still have dogs. So while, the secondary changes up front, but that D-line, their linebackers are still there. And that D-line arguably got better with the addition of Joseph Osai, who came back from injury. And then they have arguably maybe the greatest free agent signing that I think Cincinnati Bengals fans have ever had in their life. And that's Trey Hendrickson from New Orleans. Since he's been in Cincinnati, he's had his hair on fire. All he's done is just put pressure in sacks. So
I think you guys got me outnumbered here 3-1, but I think the Browns get the upset there.
I think the Browns are not going to be what they were last year. I do think they would get a lot better this year.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I just don't think they're as good as Cincinnati, straight up.
No, same here.
That's
Same
fair.
here. I think Joe Burrow's the better quarterback.
I got no problem with that. I think that's
all right.
totally
Houston at Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore, but I'm not going. I'm not going Baltimore. I'm not going Baltimore by a landslide.
I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah, me too. I just don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, I'm also
talking
going
about this one a little bit. I think
it's like go ahead, man.
Houston last year kept in every game last year without a quarterback.
Oh, we got an upset pick. Chad says Houston.
Ooh.
I'm going Baltimore because Lamar Jackson's out to prove something.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
he's not just a damn running back.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just saying I think it's gonna be a one-score game, and I think it's gonna be like a field goal. I don't think it's gonna be 7 point or 7+. And the reason I believe that is because Baltimore is not overwhelming of a team. because of the fact that they're mostly a rushing team. I'm not saying Lamar's a running back at quarterback. I do think he's a better quarterback than what people give him credit for.
And they are running a new offense.
Yeah, I do think they are a more of a running style offense. But Houston defensively last year, without this, a solid offense, they were able to keep games close. They were able to stay in games when they shouldn't have been in those games, and I think it's going to carry over to this season.
Even
because
with D'Amico as new coach and everything?
D'Amico is going to make that defense better, in my opinion. Year one.
Wow.
So
I totally agree with that.
But I think, CJ Stroud he's just going to have some kind of, growing pains, just like I think AR is going to have week one. I just think it's going to be close.
Florida already scored. They're up 1-0. Zach, go ahead. You want to elaborate on your point?
Who's up? Who scored? Who scored?
Florida scored. They're up 1-0. Left in the first.
I just think Lamar's out to prove a mission. I think Baltimore, in my opinion, had the second best offseason behind Indianapolis and Seattle. I think what Baltimore did with the handling of getting Lamar taken care of and then adding dudes and different makers around him and improving that offensive line the way they have, I think it's going to look night and day. I think Lamar's going to take that next step. Possible MVP season for Lamar. So
I think every time I can agree with you on it, because I think Lamar, the last time he was out to prove something, he did win MVP.
Yeah.
So
highly motivated Lamar Jackson is scary for the NFL.
That's fact.
Yeah, so I'm also in agreement with these guys here. I do got Baltimore as well. So it looks like we're 3-1 again. But for the same reason that Matt said, I don't think this is going to be a blowout at all. And if you look back at any of the Baltimore Week 1 games of the past few years, versus the Steelers, close game. Versus the Raiders, close game. This is just what they do. I think this will be a very tight game. Just like we all thought Houston was going to get blown out by the Eagles last year. Houston came in and played them very close, very tight. I think this team is going to be, like I said, I had them not at a lot of wins, but they're going to look completely different. They're going to look competitive. I think this team will look different, but I think ultimately
I do want to answer.
Baltimore gets the win.
I do want to answer Chad here. Chad says Stroud, he has a point to prove. I do want to say that that's not a good thing, in my opinion, for a rookie to want to set out and prove something his rookie season. I think if I'm a rookie quarterback in the NFL, all I'm trying to prove is that I'm developing. I don't want to go out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Prove my team right.
Yeah, I don't want to go out there and act like I need to compete with every top team in the NFL. What I need to prove is that my mechanics are correct. My decision-making is improving. I'm learning this offense, and I'm learning how to read NFL caliber defenses, because these defenses are set up differently than what they've seen in college. That's all you need to set out to prove. I don't think this is a game where CJ Stroud needs to set out and try to go toe-to-toe with Lamar. Ultimately, you're going to lose, and you're going to look foolish at the same time. That's just my opinion.
That's how you throw 4 interceptions in the first half.
Facts. I think if that's CJ, that's what he's going into week 1 with, that mindset, I think you might want to eat a steak, humble yourself the night before, and think, you know what, I'll do that next season.
Just make the right plays, man. That's all he got to do, man. Just
go
in there, throw 1 touchdown, no picks.
Yeah, that's
yards, something like that.
That's putting a lot of pressure on these guys. You know what I mean? Like, no.
I think if anybody's looking to prove something out of any of them, it'd be Will Levis. But
yeah, and he might not even start week 1. In my opinion, he's not going to. So they should still be starting Ryan Tannehill. All right. Raiders in Denver. This one I think depends on Garoppolo.
This was pretty easy for me.
But I'm going Denver.
I got Denver.
But just because like everyone's been pooping all over Josh McDaniels, I kind of feel like he's gonna pull one out. And like I think Russell Wilson. Sorry, Matt. I think Russell Wilson is trash. Like I think he's washed. You know, so
why are you apologizing to me?
Because I know you liked him.
He was my favorite quarterback 3 years ago.
I know you liked him though. Like that's why I know that.
I know the man is washed.
I
Like, he
appreciate
lost-
chat being in the comments, but I see we got some viewers out there. Everybody, please chime in. Give us something. Give us
Right.
something, please.
Listen,
I just think he's washed, man.
when he lost to us last year, that was the moment I knew he was washed.
I mean,
all
I
right?
just think he's washed. I think he's past his prime, and like Seattle was a perfect spot for him. And last year he got exposed. So I'm
But
going
this
with
is-
Vegas.
But this is why I say this fully depends, because Jimmy G didn't pass his physical. Everybody
Hey,
knows that.
Aiden
But
O'Connell ain't no joke, man.
if he's ready by this game,
Yeah,
I don't think Denver wins this game.
no, right.
If Jimmy G plays, I think this is Vegas's game to win.
Yeah, no. So I'm going Broncos here.
I'm Broncos as of now. Yeah.
I think this is going to be a blowout, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the Raiders got too much going on over there. They got too much offseason noise. Then again, just like we said, like we don't know if Jimmy G is going to practice or play. Like,
Right.
I
That's
mean,
why I'm saying. That's
we
what I'm
don't know.
saying.
We don't know when he's going to be ready. They're talking about. They didn't say give it a month or so for him to be ready. Like they said, if he's not ready by the start of the season, he could get cut.
Get cut.
Yeah.
Like their rookie Aiden O'Connell, who a lot of people got mixed feelings about him from Purdue, but I just think the way Sean Payton is going to come in there and coach this team, the way this team should feel with a new chemistry, a new way to play, then having Russell Wilson, I think like the way he usually plays through the first 8 weeks of the season is like MVP level. I think he should come out scorched earth and really come out to tear apart this Broncos team. Probably have something like 3 touchdowns or something like that. I think this should be a fairly easy game for the Denver Broncos.
Like I said, I think with Jimmy G being out, that makes it an easy pick to be Denver. But if Jimmy G plays, I don't think it's that easy to pick Denver. But we're gonna go ahead and move to Miami and
Brian
LA.
Murphy's in the comments. He says he's back. Go Chargers.
Yeah, he went to
Brian's
he just got out the shower, I guess.
Oh, that's your boy, huh?
That's my boy. Yeah, well, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I said he was a new commenter.
He
earlier.
is. I mean, he
forgot
commented on a show a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
But I called him new, so I forgot.
Yeah. No, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. Yeah.
obviously got the Chargers over the Miami Dolphins. This is
I
a
do
tougher
too.
one than it
This-
seems. So
Not for me.
not for you.
Nope.
Where
like
you headed, Zach?
I'm going Miami because I just think they got too much, man.
Going
Like,
Miami. Brian says Chargers by 10. So go
Chargers
ahead.
defense is sus. Like, do they have enough weapons or do they have enough help on defense to
I don't
stop Waddle, Tyreek Hill?
I don't think
Mostert,
Tua
all
makes
of
it
them.
out of the first half.
Bro, they got Mike White, so they're still fine.
And
Like,
still, Mike White's not going to go toe to toe with Justin Herbert.
I mean, you would hope not, but at the same time, like, I just think there's too much firepower
Nah,
on Miami.
I think this is an easy game for LA to start off with.
It'll be close.
I don't think it is.
Toss up.
I think I'm actually with Brian for
I'm
once.
Team Miami on this one.
I'm not big. I'm not usually on Team Brian, but right now I'm all for the Chargers.
Ooh, and Chad is also going Miami, so it looks like I am here to break the split. I am also going with Miami.
Damn. right.
So yeah, I just so
I'm remembering this one
there.
because this one I think is going to be no for real. I think that this is a game of the week matchup.
Yeah,
In my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah,
That's a
exactly.
game of the week matchup.
Just like Brian said here, it's going to be a shootout. But personally, I think the difference is what Miami has added to their defense. You know, they obviously
Yeah.
added Bradley Chubb later on in the season. Then you bring in a Jalen Ramsey, and
They
and
did
I
get
know,
Jalen.
I know.
Yeah.
My guy Brian is here. He's saying boo. But personally, bro, I just hate your coach, man.
Yeah.
I do not like Brandon.
He doesn't
Staley.
either.
I
Staley.
don't think he's a good coach.
Staley makes the Chargers like 5 games worse, in my
Man,
opinion.
dude, Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that. Like 5 games worse, bro. If you guys had a different coach, I might be picking you guys as Super Bowl contenders, even competing over the Chiefs. Like, I just think Justin Herbert is that good, but your coach, he's just so terrible to me that I think he will find some way to screw this up. You guys may even have like a 17-point lead or something like that in the third quarter, and then Miami just comes back because your coach. Like,
Are you taking a shot at the Jacksonville Jaguars Miami Chargers game last year?
I am not. I am by no means.
When you're
not.
up 20, what was it? 28
right now-
nothing.
No, they were up 28 points.
28 nothing.
And I was on here talking mad junk, and they
You
came
were.
back.
You were. I
And
remember
they came
that.
back and got hosed.
Nah, man. I'm not taking no shots. I don't want no smoke with Jacksonville right now. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I picked y'all to win the division, so don't come at me. But I think Brandon Staley is just terrible. Like I personally, I've been saying this for a while. I think if you guys had another coach, it'd be easier to pick this game. But just dude is just awful. And then again, just Miami is just loaded everywhere when you actually look at them. If their defense come together, they, like I said, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Ramsey, you bring in Vic Fangio. I think they're just loaded everywhere.
My biggest question mark around Miami is Tua.
Exactly.
Yeah,
if he's healthy,
and I get it.
Healthy,
I get it. You say, oh, he's got Mike White. Everybody knows Mike White is just another fucking Fitzpatrick.
Gardner Minshew.
But not as good. Yeah, he's another Gardner Minshew. So you don't even know what type of what you're gonna get with him. So if Tua does go down, he gets a concussion. He ends up in the hospital. Whatever. I'm not wishing that on him because I like Tua. I like Mike McDaniels, my favorite head coach in the NFL. But I just
he says Staley had a beard now. He's ready for business. Hey, a beard does change a lot, man. I wish you the best with Staley, bro. But I wish y'all would have fired him last year. After that blowout, or not blowout, but the comeback that you guys gave up. I wish y'all.
All right, let's move on. We got Buffalo in New York. This is another good matchup, I guess. I'm gonna shock you guys with who I got, but go ahead.
I'm taking the Jets because as good as Sean McDermott's been, I believe he's what's holding the Bills back. I don't think he's a very good head coach.
Okay.
I think that roster for Buffalo is incredibly talented, but I think like McDermott has reached its ceiling as their head coach.
Real quick. You say you don't think Sean McDermott is a head coach?
I don't think Sean McDermott is the coach to take them to that next level, to truly compete and beat the Kansas Cities and the Cincinnati Bengals consistently. Like McDermott has brought winning football, but he's not like the John Gruden to the Bucs, where he's a swift kicked in the ass, brings attitude and brings that swagger that the Bucs missed when they had done.
Hey, hold on, Brian. Make sure you stay in here, man. We're doing weeks 1 through 4, so we need you week 2, 3, and 4. So stay in here with the.
And
don't be upset that we just outvoted you, man. That happens. We had to pick that we lost to the Jags week 1. That'd be what is it? 9 out of the last 10 straight weeks that we done lost week 1. So it doesn't look good for us either, bro.
And the Jets, in my opinion, are one of 2 teams that I believe can consistently beat Kansas City. Like push comes to shove, and when you add a guy like Aaron Rodgers, that only makes you that much better. Regardless. So, to me, I'm going the New York Football Jets.
All right. Where'd DeMarco go?
I don't know.
I was going to be last because I'm going to shock you. I'm going the New York Jets.
Wow, man. You feeling okay?
And as much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, I think Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Really?
Vegas scores is 1-1.
I'm a little behind. I'm on ESPN, but yeah, I'm going with the Jets, and the reason I'm going with the Jets is because Aaron Rodgers is actually showing up for off-season workouts, voluntary off-season workouts.
Didn't you just go on a tangent this morning with me?
I did. Hold on. The reason I went on that tangent is because of his quote that said, "I won MVP without showing up to off-season workouts."
But he's not wrong. He didn't do that in Green Bay.
I mean, I get that. Look, I'm only going the Jets this one time, all right? And I I'm doing it because last year I was on the Buffalo train. I'm not
Right.
on the Buffalo train this year. I'm
Right.
not. I think that team is overrated. I think they're getting old outside of Josh Allen and a couple of guys. His main target is Stephon Diggs.
Right.
The dude is older than me. So
Stephon
it's
Diggs?
yeah, I think
No,
he's
I
like
think Stephon Diggs like 30.
He's like 30, dog.
He's
well,
trying
fuck
to
y'all,
get
man. I'm only
he's trying,
32.
he's trying to get paid again. I mean, he's older than me, but
Fuck y'all,
he's
man.
trying
I'm
to
only
get
32.
he's trying to get paid again. So
He got
we'll
a
see.
year on me. Well, I mean, I'm 31, so
Real
I
quick,
guess he's happy
just
with
want to disrupt the Bills Jets convo real quick here because Nathan had a question. Do you see the Colts carrying 3 QBs?
Yes.
Absolutely, yes. There's no reason to not keep 3. We have a rookie, we have a inconsistent type guy, and then personally, I think who can work his way to QB2 is Sam Ellinger. I would not count Sam out. He's got a low enough pay rate that we could absolutely keep him to be QB3 as well. No reason to not keep him.
Facts.
But yeah, go ahead, Zach. And
All right, so we're sitting at Jets 2 right now. All right, both of us pick Jets. Where are you sitting at?
both of you guys pick Jets, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Chad here. I'm going with Buffalo. I think Buffalo wins this game. I think so. A lot of this hype that surrounds the Jets, man. The reason I'm not sold on it is because of the fact that we've seen Aaron Rodgers, and for some reason everybody keeps acting like the Jets' offensive weapons are so much more loaded than what Aaron Rodgers had with the Packers. And then they act like for some reason this defense is that much better with the Jets than he's had with the Packers. And as far as I remember, the Packers defense for the last 2-3 years is what they were playing off of, a defense and a running game. And I just don't see that as being a perfect swap to the Jets to where they're going to come out and look so good. Yes, the Jets did play the Bills very tough, very strong in the games that they did play against them with a garbage quarterback. But I just think that the Bills will play well enough because if you look at that game as well, who I think that the Packers or the Jets will look a lot like the Packers when the Packers played the Bills. I think the Bills will win that game. Aaron Rodgers is, he's going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I just don't think that just grabbing a new quarterback and putting him into that system is going to make the biggest difference in the first few weeks of the season. I don't think that's going to change that.
I'm going Jets because I think Buffalo's overrated.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally agree with you, but I just think that the Jets are being overhyped in that this isn't going to just change everything week 1, in my opinion. But we do need another commentator.
We need a
out there.
tiebreaker. Well, I think Brian here says, I think the hype on the Jets will push them to a win week 1.
So he's going with the Jets as well.
So we're going Jets here. All right. Do you guys want to do the NFC first and then go to the middle, or you guys want to do the middle?
Let's do roll it down.
Let's go. Yep,
yeah, I was just going to say keep going down.
All right. Lions, Kansas City.
I'm going Detroit.
Y'all know who I'm going with.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City, man.
I'm going Kansas City.
Go ahead, Zach. Why you going with
I'm going Detroit. I just like Dan Campbell. I think that team's exciting. I think they take another step.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think they take another step as well, but I don't think their step is Kansas City week 1. Just me personally, I just think, I mean, you guys know how I feel about Patrick Mahomes. I don't think there's anybody better. As much as people want to try and debate, or people will debate.
Am I crazy? Didn't they just win the Super Bowl too?
Exactly. Exactly. I just don't see them being that team. I will say, if the Lions can come with a run game and play that well enough, they could make this thing really tough. But I just think, like, even when you got a great defense, man, it's just too hard to stop Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and what these guys do. And as much as we like to think as Kansas City's defense is garbage, they're a turnover team, man. They bend but don't break, and they'll play you tough the whole way as well. So I would like to give Kansas City's defense some credit. I just don't think they're going down with one.
All right. San Francisco, Pittsburgh. I'm going Pittsburgh.
Oh, I did not think we were going to be split there.
Ooh, I'm going Pittsburgh.
I haven't thought too much about this one at all. I honestly didn't even know they played week 1. So
I'm going a solidified quarterback who proved himself last year over a quarterback who hasn't started very many games.
where are you? I was gonna say because I haven't necessarily say
Zach is even that guy that has praised the quarterback over there in Pittsburgh.
I have, but Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion, is you have the two best coaches in the NFL, with Kyle Shanahan.
Listen, and under Kyle
Tomlin.
Shanahan,
Right.
Kyle Shanahan, you're gonna have to start 3 quarterbacks week
And
1 because he
doesn't
can't
matter.
keep them healthy.
yeah,
No, it doesn't matter.
I was just about to say,
Doesn't-
Zach, who are you starting at quarterback for me to pick this game real quick?
Wait,
Yeah,
for
because
me,
San Fran, you don't even know who their quarterback is.
for me, it doesn't matter who the QB is because I have Debo Samuel.
No, but who's the
and
quarterback?
McCaffrey.
I need you to give
Oh,
me a
what?
If I'm giving you a quarterback based on reports I've read, it's Darnold.
Okay, I'm going Steelers.
Yeah,
Steelers.
bro, you're
Yeah.
acting like T.J. Watt doesn't play on the
Bro,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
San
Oh,
Francisco's
Matt.
loaded.
Matt, we got outvoted.
Whoa,
Chad
Francisco's
says Chad said
no
SF.
way.
Brian says SF. as
Homie,
well.
San Francisco's
way.
loaded.
Oh.
Schematically, this doesn't make any sense.
Matt, yeah, I don't know where you guys are
Loaded.
coming from with this. Me and Matt got outvoted, but I don't see how you guys.
I don't see it either, bro.
What they
'cause-
went with in
'cause if I'm
Philadelphia
looking-
and how they lost that game, and then you
if
bring in Sam Darnold.
I'm not even thinking that. I'm thinking, yeah, cool. You got Kyle Shanahan, but you still got, you got Mike Tomlin over there, who completely just put together a whole offense last year,
Hey,
made them
outside of-
competitive, and then you still have a defense that's
outside
still the
on
Pittsburgh
TJ
Steelers
Watt, who
defense.
scares you?
I don't need to be
Nobody.
scared by anybody else.
Nobody.
Go look at the San Francisco defense. They got goons and thugs and everybody everywhere over there,
Okay,
man.
so Zach,
and that's
real
on
quick,
defense.
Answer me this.
Bro.
What?
Last
Y'all
year
are
the Steelers played
wild.
the last year the Steelers played 17 games.
Yeah,
Who scared you last year?
not Pittsburgh.
Not Pittsburgh, and they still won 9 games.
Right.
No,
with the
yeah.
rookie QB.
So
and I'll
I
speak highly of
can't
the QB.
like I don't know, bro. I can't do it. I get. I mean,
can't.
I
we
get
were
where you
outvoted.
guys-
We're outvoted.
Yeah,
but
we're outvoted,
still,
but I get where you guys were coming from. But just when you don't know who's starting that quarterback, you've seen what happened to him versus the Eagles. You got T.J. Watt and this defense that's going to come ready to play against this Niners offense.
It doesn't matter.
Even the Niners have
Mike
changed
Tomlin-
running backs and stuff.
Mike Tomlin with a consistent quarterback 2 years in a row? What?
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, I don't care if it's Kyle Shanahan, fucking Bill Belichick. Mike Tomlin is a coach.
Yeah,
That man
Right,
is
absolutely.
a coach.
But
yeah, Matt. I think we might just need to keep our eyes locked in. on
one of
this.
the few games.
Yeah, that's what we're
one
going
of
to
the
do to
few
watch
teams-
this talk shit.
One of the few teams who I believe that it doesn't matter who they have a quarterback. Everything else is so good around them that they actually elevate the quarterback.
I mean, I agree with you there, but not against Pittsburgh.
I agree with you, but watch Sam Darnold throw 3 interceptions and then we.
Yeah, that's Sam
If he
Darnold.
does, he does. I'm picking San Fran because on
Hey,
paper, they're the better team.
let's say this. You said they have Christian McCaffrey, right?
Yeah,
Sam
And
Darnold
Debo.
had Christian McCaffrey in Carolina.
he did.
He did.
He
Oh,
did.
well, I guess he didn't have Kyle Shanahan. So
Hold
I guess there's that.
hold on.
Yes,
He had
there's
Christian McCaffrey. He had who are the 2 wide receivers they had over there?
DJ Moore.
2.
And
Yeah, and who's the other one?
Chosen Anderson.
Real quick.
Nope, there's another
Real
one.
quick.
There's another one. Yeah, no, real quick. We're on
Curtis
a point right
Samuel.
now.
No.
Curtis,
I wanted
hold on. We're on a good
Okay.
point right now. Oh, you're looking? You looking?
No. I wanted to note something down because I wanted to say
I'm just saying
games that we putting on watch list.
those 2 wide receivers were 2 of the best fantasy receivers in the years they had Sam Darnold, and they did nothing.
Yeah, because they were coached by Matt Rule. I think coaching
No, that
is what-
doesn't matter. I mean,
I think
still,
coaching is what makes Darnold better than what he's been, man.
No, man, it's Sam Darnold. He had Christian McCaffrey in Carolina. He
Right.
had DJ Moore. He
Right.
had Curtis Samuel. DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel were two of probably top 10 wide receivers in fantasy football that year, meaning that they were putting up numbers. They were putting up touchdowns. They were putting up yards. They were doing their job, and Carolina didn't even make the
It's
playoffs.
because Carolina didn't have a defense.
No,
He's got
you
a
can't even say
defense.
that.
He's
But then
got
you
a
got to look at
defense and-
But then you got to
and-
look at Sam Darnold that year. He threw the ball 3 yards to these receivers, right?
I will
3
say- I
yards.
will
Now
say-
hold on. Let me finish.
Go
He
ahead.
would throw these yards 3 to 7 yards to these receivers, and they get run after catch yards. What does Debo Samuel do? He takes
same.
the same yards, Same passes.
What does Brandon Ayuk do? What does George Kittle do? The same thing. That's
The
how
same
this
thing,
works.
exactly. And Sam Darnold is not the guy that's going to take the 49ers to
Yeah,
the playoff.
see, Matt,
Yeah,
this
I
is what
still
I was
think
about
San
to
Francisco
see.
wins.
This is the perfect point that I was about to say here when you were making your point. We said Chargers suck because of coaching. Same applies here.
He
I
has a
will
valid
say
point.
that
He has a
because of the
valid
fact that they do have a better coach in SF than they had in Carolina. So
That's
I get where you guys are coming from, but it's not the same, bro, because of the fact that McDaniels is not a better coach than Mike Tomlin.
Hey, but let's say this.
So-
We also didn't say the Chargers suck.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And we
didn't.
also
It's
didn't
just
say the
coaching.
Niners suck. I just think in this situation,
Yeah. But it's cool. We got outvoted. Let's
Yeah.
move on
Let's
to the
move
next one. I got
Hey.
Miami. I got Miami versus LA Chargers, and then I got San
Yeah,
Francisco.
make sure you
versus
keep these
Pittsburgh
written down because
as
I'm
games
forget.
to watch. I'm keeping
right.
those ones on.
Titans and Saints. I'm going
New
Saints.
Orleans.
Saints. Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that
New
straight
Orleans
across
as
the board?
well.
Yeah.
Just like when Derek Carr played against the Tennessee Titans last year, he had the Raiders' trash defense. He's not playing with that same defense. I think the Titans, I can't necessarily say they got better at tackle because you're going from a guy who was a really good tackle and
Also, Derek Carr is a better quarterback than any quarterback they have in Tennessee.
yeah, and so that game really came down to the wire. I don't think this one will because the Saints defense will play very well. So
Yeah.
looks
All
like Zach, who you got?
We're all across the board. He said
Okay,
New
yes,
Orleans.
that's
Yeah,
five.
we're all across the board.
That's
all
all
five.
five.
Yeah.
All
All right.
five.
All right. We're going. All right. Philly, New England. I'm going Philly.
Philly. There's no sense. New England is a joke.
Yeah, I wanna try and bring a Bill Belichick argument so bad, but I just
He's nothing without Tom.
He's nothing without Tom Brady.
well, I'm not gonna say he's nothing without Brady, but I'll just say that the Philadelphia Eagles are too much for the Patriots without
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
All
I'll
right.
say that.
These next two are a little tough in my opinion. So Arizona, Washington. I don't even know who Washington's
Washington.
quarterback is.
Sam
I
Howell.
don't care. I don't care who Washington quarterback is. The Arizona Cardinals are so trash right now.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn who they playing. They might.
Hey, they don't have D-Hop no more, right?
No.
No.
Oh yeah.
This is a tie. Can you put this as a tie?
Hey, hold on. Taylor Heineke, is that going to be their quarterback?
No, he's in Atlanta.
No. Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
Sam Howell. Sam Howell is their starting quarterback.
What? No, how? Why not? Why did they move from Taylor Heineke?
He wanted money.
I don't know.
He's
No,
from
they
Atlanta.
just said he wasn't the guy.
He's from Atlanta.
He
He wanted to
he
go
didn't-
home.
Yeah, but I don't know. Washington is
I'm
Washington.
assuming we're going Washington. I don't know. If I could put it as a tie, I would, but it doesn't give me that option. Or wait, can I pick equal? I can.
Yeah.
We're gonna tie that one. Are we good with that? Can we vote? Can
That's
we
a
vote
tie.
for that?
I don't
Can we
think
vote for that?
I've ever seen a tie be predicted.
All right, hey, we're gonna. Oh, hold on. All right, we're gonna go Arizona because now we know we can tie it. All right, Arizona, Washington, or a tie.
That's a
I
tie.
got
I'm
Washington.
going tie.
I'm going tie.
Brian also said Washington, so let's see if he changes real quick with the fact that
We
know
need
it's-
Chad.
We can
We
tie
need
him
Chad.
up.
Chad, who you
Chad,
got?
where you at? I got Washington, man. I think as funny as that is, I still think
That's a
Arizona.
tie.
I just think
That's-
Arizona will be so terrible.
So
that
trash,
there's
bro.
no possible way.
Chad says tie.
Oh my god, you guys are awful.
It's a tie.
Dude, if there's any Arizona fans in the chat right now, I feel bad for you, dog.
All right, we're going
It's a
Carolina,
tie.
Carolina, Atlanta.
Atlanta. Frank Reich's a terrible head coach.
I'm Atlanta too.
Oh, I guess Frank Wright has never won week one, right?
He's never won week.
No. It's-
Yeah, so
He
I'm
He
gonna,
likes
go
to
Atlanta.
start. He likes to start 1-5 his first year as a head coach. So
I'm gonna go Atlanta as well.
Atlanta. All right.
It looks like Brian did say tie as well, so you guys outnumber me 4-1.
all right, Tampa and Minnesota. I'm going Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
All right, Green Bay and Chicago. This is a good one because I'm
Yup,
gonna shock
Bears.
you.
This might be another one for those ones that we call the big game of the week, but I think this
I'm-
might be really low scoring though.
I'm going Green Bay.
I'm going
I'm
Chicago.
going Chicago.
No, what everybody else got? Oh, I'm outvoted.
Chad says
I'm outvoted
Chicago.
already. Hey, Brian, who you got? Chicago or Green Bay? Because I'm going Green Bay. Oh, well, I'm already outvoted anyway. Don't matter. All right, Chicago.
Aaron Rodgers ain't
Seattle,
there to earn the Bears no more. So
Seattle Rams.
Seattle.
Seattle, going Seattle.
Yeah, me too. All right, we got Dallas and Giants for Sunday night.
Just for the fact of Cowboy fans, I would love to go New York Giants, but I got the Cowboys here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
Cowboys
the
winning that
Cowboys.
one.
Yeah,
All right, that's
All right.
week 1.
that's week 1.
Oh, Chad said New York. Brian is also going Chicago. Week 2, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars being visited by the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm going
Rematch.
Jacksonville.
A rematch of the
AFC
divisional
Championship.
round.
I'm going Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. No, it's Kansas City.
Yeah, I'm going KC as well.
Patrick
All
Mahomes.
Oh, hold on, we're tied.
Uh-oh.
We're tied.
Brian is the tiebreaker.
Brian is a tiebreaker on this one. Yep, I agree. In an upset, I got Jacksonville
Yeah,
too.
nah. I got KC,
Brian?
man.
Oh. Oh.
I just realized the way that I'm about to pick these games. I think I got Cincinnati going 0-2. Brian says KC. That's what I'm talking about,
Alright.
Brian. Way to do the right thing, man.
All right. Oh, we can pick scores? What?
Oh, that's what that is.
Yeah, I guess so. But
I don't know if
doing
I don't
that.
know if I'm confident enough to pick no scores.
No. Definitely not. All right, so we got KC.
I got Baltimore, man.
I got Baltimore in this one.
I
Me
got
too.
Baltimore, man. I got Cincinnati starting 0-2. That's ugly. 0-2 in the division to start. Cincinnati
but the
fans
truth
do
is-
not hate me. I really love Joe Burrow, man. That's one of my guys, bro. He's my number 2 QB. But I got Baltimore this week. I like Zach and Matt said earlier. I think Lamar's coming out with something to prove, or not necessarily something to prove, but he's just gonna show why Baltimore Ravens showed him that money. And I think I got the Ravens, man.
Yeah, I got the Ravens too. I agree with Lamar being on a thing. I think Joe Burrow and Cincinnati is ultimately a better team, but I think Lamar is going to do his thing this week. So yeah, we got Cincinnati going 1-1 so far. Raiders in Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo here.
Buffalo.
Yeah. Oh, Brian went Bengals in that one.
He's still outvoted, like 3-1.
Yeah. All right. So Chargers in Tennessee. I got Chargers.
Yeah, I got LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chargers, easy. I think that's a fucking blowout.
All right. Colts in Houston. Tie.
Indy.
He said tie. Oh.
Yeah,
All right. No. I got Indy.
It's in Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Indy.
I got Houston, man.
Oh, you're outvoted.
Got Miami versus New England. Miami.
Hold on. I'm coming back up. Hold on. I was reading. You got Miami? Yeah, I got Miami. Who you got? D? You got Miami?
Yeah, I got Miami. My bad.
All right. Browns in Pittsburgh.
Cleveland.
That's a tough one, man. The Browns rarely beat Pittsburgh, and it's in Pittsburgh on a Monday night.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Your mom said, Zach, that Houston always plays Indy hard. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but
And it's in Houston.
I don't care. Indy.
Ugh.
Indy by 5, Mom.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh, man. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I cannot cheer for Pittsburgh whatsoever. So they will be losing most of their games.
Bro, I just thought about it. I
I
want
I'm
to
can't
not
do
say,
that.
cheering for them. I'm just being smart.
Matt, I want to say that the way that I've picked, I might have Pittsburgh starting out 3-0.
Me too.
Oh
too.
no, I do not want to see them be that successful.
All right. Jets in Dallas. I got Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
I got the Jets.
All right. Anybody else?
Well, hold on. How we Pittsburgh for that one? We had a tie.
Well, the
Huh?
comment section.
We had a true tie. Brian picked the Browns at a tie, and Chad picked the Pittsburgh Steelers with me.
That breaks it. I picked
breaks
the
it.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, you picked. Okay, my bad.
I picked
my
the
bad,
Steelers
my
too.
bad. That was my bad. I didn't hear who you picked.
All right.
Yeah, I got the Jets that one.
All right. Yeah, I got Dallas. Zach's got Dallas.
I'm outvoted.
Chad's got Dallas. Yeah. All right. Washington, Denver.
It's gonna be a trash game, bro.
It's tied.
I got football team.
Football team.
Yep. Football
I'm
team.
going Denver.
I don't know who to go with. You know what? Just to make it interesting, I'm gonna go Washington.
I'm gonna go Denver here.
Bro, it's got to be football team. Like, can we even call them the Commanders anymore because they lost that copyright thing?
No, I think they're working on it right now. I guess the whoever had it before said as long as Washington just pays them some money, that they'll give them the name.
All right. So we're tied right now. Chad said Denver.
Brian, you're our tiebreaker, my guy.
2 Washington, 2 Denver.
No tie this time, huh?
I can't wait to look at the record.
Bro, if they tie with Arizona, man, Denver better win.
We gotta wait like 10 minutes for Brian. Oh, he went Washington. All right, we're going Washington.
God damn it.
Wow.
All right,
They're-
Philly and
they're out of
Minnesota.
halftime.
Yo, this
Philly.
Philly.
Philly, 40-10.
Yeah, last year was a blowout.
That's the
All
one.
right.
That's the one I will give a score on.
Chicago, Tampa.
Chicago.
Chicago. Green Bay, Atlanta.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Atlanta.
Oh,
Whoa.
I'm going Atlanta.
everybody's
Man.
going Philly in the comments.
Green Bay got that love, though. So.
Shut up, that dude's trash.
Hey, he can't be any worse than Desmond Ritter.
He could be. He could be.
Green Bay got that love.
Yeah, we got Atlanta.
They're like, you okay, DeMarco?
Yeah, I'm good. My kid was trying to tell me something.
No.
I think we're tied right now. Green Bay.
So we're waiting on Chad.
Yeah, waiting on one more.
Come on, Chad. Let us know who you got, man. You got Green Bay or you got Atlanta. It is at home for Atlanta. Yeah, I just like the way Atlanta plays, man. They're going to run the ball and stuff like that. So I just think that they'd be my preference here. I think Jordan Love is going to have a little bit of growing pains.
Green Bay.
So,
Yep,
did
he's
Brian
in Green
pick
Bay.
Atlanta?
All right,
Got a
Seattle.
stud. Yeah, Brian picked Atlanta.
Seattle, Detroit.
Ugh, this was a really good game when they played.
I'm
last
going
year.
Detroit.
Yeah, I got Detroit.
Detroit at home.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is still Seattle's quarterback. I know he had a good year last year, but I don't know, man.
That's a tough. I'm gonna also go Detroit, man. I'm gonna go Detroit.
All right, San Fran Rams.
San Francisco.
SF.
Yeah, me too. Giants and Arizona. I'm going Giants.
Giants.
Saints and Carolina. I'm going
Saints.
Saints.
All right. Week 3.
Cleveland.
I'm going Tennessee.
I'm going Cleveland.
I don't think Tennessee starts 0-3.
Oh, I do. I'm picking them 0.
Hey, how you doing, Stacy? Hope you're having a good night.
I'm outvoted anyway. Jacksonville. Houston.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Jags.
I got Baltimore here.
I'm going to Colts here, man.
Yeah, I gotta
First
pick
first win of the season, man.
I got to picking the upset here. I got Indy.
Getting first win of the season for me, for the Colts.
I'm outvoted. All right.
Oh, we need another one though.
Yep. All right.
Chad's
Well,
going
here it
Colts.
is.
There we go.
All right. Denver, Miami. Going
Miami.
Miami. Patriots. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami.
I was about to say, boy, you about to make things interesting.
I'm gonna go
All right.
Miami.
Patriots, Jets.
Jets.
Jet.
Pittsburgh.
The Berg.
Pittsburgh.
That's all we got to say. Buffalo,
Yeah.
Washington.
Bills by a lot.
Buffalo.
Bills by a lot. Chargers, Minnesota.
That's a tough game.
Ugh.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm gonna go
Better
Chargers
defense.
as well.
I'm going Chargers.
I think the Vikings are just trying to lose too much. Like they're trying to trade
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook and all kind of other stuff.
Chicago, Kansas City.
KC.
Rams,
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. I think this is going to be a really good game. A very
Giants.
underrated
Different.
game, personally. I think it's going to be a really good underrated game.
I think the Giants are going to be
I think by this time, what is it? This is week 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think by this time the Niners should have a quarterback, be a little bit established. I got the Niners at home. Thursday Night Football.
I got the Giants.
Hmm.
I think Wink's going to come up something crazy exotic, and
I think the Niners by this
San
point.
Francisco's going to pull something out.
I got the Niners at home.
So we're split. Chad, Brian, anybody else in the comments who you guys got? Oh, Chad is going Giants. We're split. Brian, you are our tiebreaker. Anybody else in the comments? Who do you have? Do you have the San Francisco 49ers or the New York Giants? Big Blue. Oh, we just found out Antonio Callaway got arrested in Miami today.
Who?
Antonio Callaway, the former Brown receiver.
Receiver.
Yeah.
He said Giants. Manning coming out of retirement. All right, we're going Giants. All right, Atlanta, Detroit. I'm going.
Manning
Detroit.
come out of retirement, the San Francisco 49ers for sure winning that game.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. This is two matchups that I really like, but going against each other.
I got Detroit.
I think.
I got
I was
Detroit.
about to say. I think
I
we
got
see some
Detroit.
improvements in the Lions' defense, so I'm going Detroit as well.
All right, Saints in Green Bay. I got Saints.
I got New Orleans.
It's a tough one, but I'm going the experience with Derek Carr over Jordan Love.
I'm gonna go Green Bay. I think
Yeah.
Derek Carr will turn over the ball against his defense. I'm
Chad's
outvoted.
got Saints.
I'm outvoted.
Yep. All right, Carolina, Seattle.
Sea Chickens.
Yep, me too.
I'm also going Sea Chickens.
All right, the Desert Birds versus
Cowgirls.
Yep, I got
Cowgirls.
Cowgirls too. Hey, I'll tell you what, bro. They know how to make a steak over there. Oh, that free $75 Wagyu steak up there in Jerry Jones Suite is tasty.
Eagles, man.
Yeah, I got Philly.
Eagles. Actually, I'm gonna go with an upset.
I'm going
Bro,
Eagles.
you got Baker.
I'm going Buccaneers.
Eagles in a blowout.
You got Baker. You got Baker playing out of his mind.
Yeah, I do. Well, not
What?
out of his mind. No, I just think
He
I
gonna
think
need
that-
like 6 touchdowns in that game.
No, I think this is a trap game. I think this is a trap game. I think Tampa Bay is going to take this, and it's going to be by less than 3.
Tampa lost a right tackle.
Well, hold on.
Left tackle.
I get that, but you also got to remember, the Philly only beat us by 1 last year.
Yeah,
And we weren't shit.
But
we
at least
weren't
at
shit.
least we had Matt Ryan. They like Baker don't even.
You can't
Our
even
defense
say
was
that.
good.
The Matt Ryan we had last year wasn't. At least we had Matt Ryan type Matt Ryan.
Our defense was good though.
That was better than Baker and what Kyle Trask looked like.
I mean,
right
I
now.
get it. I'm getting outvoted, but I am going
then-
to.
and
I
then
am
they
calling.
ain't
I
got
am
no
calling
running
an
game.
upset. I'm
They
calling
ain't
an upset. I know I'm outvoted. I'm just calling an upset. I think Tampa takes that.
I got you. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
All right, week 4.
Miami.
You're gonna make Miami sweep Buffalo?
Fuck yes.
Oof.
Miami's my pick to win the division.
I got Miami as well.
Yeah, me too.
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I think Cleveland takes this one. We had Baltimore win the first one. I think they split.
You picked them to split?
I have them splitting.
Brian, who you got? Because Chad also picked Buffalo, so we are tied right
Oh
there.
no, I'm good with the Miami Buffalo one. I'm talking about the Baltimore Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I got the Browns. I got Baltimore and Cleveland splitting.
Not Baltimore.
I got Baltimore as well. Chad picked the Browns. So Brian, we need you for a tiebreaker with the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens in Week 4. I just don't see anybody in the AFC North sweeping each other, honestly.
Well,
I think Cincinnati sweeps that whole
you
division.
just picked Baltimore sweeping the Browns.
Except for
Nah, did not pick the.
Oh yeah, you did pick Cleveland in Week
I
1.
picked, yeah.
I think Cincinnati beats that whole division except for they split with Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh,
But Brian went Browns.
Browns. So
So
the Browns are winning.
Browns. Yep.
Pittsburgh.
Well, hey, you got your sweep or you got your split because that's what I went to. All right, Houston, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
The Berg.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh. All right, Cincinnati, Tennessee.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be a question. All right, Raiders, Chargers.
Chargers.
Got the Raiders, man.
All right.
I don't feel proud of saying that. I just think it's a division game. The Raiders will have to play somebody tough at some point, and so I got the Raiders.
Oh, we're split, and the tiebreaker is a Chargers fan.
Yeah, so we know which way that's going. I mean, honestly, I'm not proud to say it. I just feel like it'd be one of those games where the Raiders eventually got to get something going. It's a division opponent. They know each other very well. So, yeah.
All right,
Appreciate you for agreeing with me, Chad, though.
You got Kansas City and New York. You have the actual physically gifted quarterback versus Aaron Rodgers.
I have Aaron Rodgers beating the
I got the Jets this one.
Yeah, because it's in New York.
I got KC. Well, okay, I'm out.
I got the Jets in this one, but what's the name? It definitely doesn't come down to like the Jets versus Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers versus Mahomes. It's a better defense versus Mahomes.
That's overhyped, I think. That's overhyped, I think. But all right, Atlanta, Jacksonville.
I got Jacksonville. They're in their home.
Rams, Indy.
I got the Colts, baby.
I got the Colts.
Back to back.
All right, Denver, Chicago. I got Chicago.
Me too, Chicago.
I'm going to go Denver.
All right, Denver or Chicago. Right now we are 2 Chicago, 3 Chicago.
Oh,
all right. Patriots, Dallas.
I got the Patriots.
I got Dallas. Oh. All right, Dallas or New England, because we got 2 New England, 1 Dallas.
Damn, y'all all killed me with Chicago. It's their comments are coming in a little bit late, so just
yeah, that sounds about right. Dallas. All right, we got another Dallas. We're tied. 2 Dallas, 2 Chicago.
Chad, where you at? He said New England.
New England. All right. New England it is.
Ooh.
All right, Detroit, Green Bay. I got Detroit.
I got Detroit.
Minnesota, Carolina. I'm going Carolina here.
I'm going Carolina.
Yep.
I'm going Carolina.
Look, I get it.
Anybody agreeing with Zach here?
But we can't just keep voting against Frank.
No, I'm not voting against Frank. I just think they're trash.
Are you wearing a Carson Wentz jersey?
I'm wearing a Matt Ryan jersey.
Oh my god!
I was gonna write "Flying Ryan" on my tag, but
we are 3-1 with Carolina.
All right, Carolina it is. This game is a blowout. Not even gonna ask it.
No, that's gonna be a close one.
I think it's a blowout,
but it's still gonna be Eagles. Yeah, it's just those divisional games, man. Those divisional games, they're either a blowout or they're very close.
I got New Orleans.
Saints, Tampa and Saints. I got Tampa.
What?
I got the Saints.
Tampa's
New
not
Orleans.
going 0-18, dude, or 0-17. They're not doing
We're,
it.
we're only at 4, bro.
They're gonna win 3 games.
Yeah, they're gonna win 3 games, and they're gonna win one of them against their division.
Zach, who
Yeah.
you got? Because we're split.
Oh,
right
hold
now.
on. We're
I
split
got New
right now.
Orleans.
Yeah, who you got?
We're
New
tied
Orleans.
right now because you
Okay,
both got
we're
New Orleans. Me and
3-2.
Chad got Tampa.
3-2.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Saints.
All right. 49ers,
That's going to be the
Arizona. I
blowout.
got
This is when the
Niners.
49ers. This is when the 49ers going to look like who they're going to be.
I got the
Right.
Giants.
Giants, and Seattle.
I got Seattle. Monday Night Football. That's going to be a very good game. I got Seattle.
Mhm. Monday night in New York. This is around October. October
Yep,
2nd.
October
A little
2nd.
brisk, a little chilly.
I got Seattle.
But Washington's pretty cold too.
The New York Football Giants.
Oh, this is tough. I'm going. Oh, all right. Well, I'm outvoted. So.
Seattle. That is the 4 weeks. Matt, you already got a way to save that, right?
Yeah. I'm about to say it
Okay.
now.
And I think we had one more in there. What was the other one that we had? There was a third game to keep a close eye on that we were pretty split. You guys remember which one that was? It might have been that Baltimore-Cleveland game, week 4. No?
Hold on. I just need to. I just need to figure out how I can.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Load scenarios.
Just real quick for everybody, just wanted to add a little note in here for all the Colts fans out there. We have a defensive assistant, if anybody didn't know, who was added as Peyton McCullum. And then we also added a game manager and Charlie Gelman, who was added as well. Just putting that out there before we got to it. Yeah, we had Cincy. The Colts are at 3-1.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna go like this. All right. So the AFC East looks like this. We're going 4-0 with Miami. The Jets are 3-1. Buffalo's 2-2. Patriots are 1-3.
Mm.
The NFC East Eagles are 4-0. Cowboys 3-1. Giants 2-2. Commanders are 1-2-1. All right. The AFC North Steelers 3-1. Bengals 3-1. Browns 2-2. Ravens 2-2. So a highly competitive division. Sounds about right. We got in the NFC South. That's a little weird how they had that like that. The NFC South, the Saints are 4-0. That's a little weird. Falcons 1-3. Panthers 1-3. Buccaneers 0-4. The AFC South, Jaguars are 3-1. Colts are 3-1 with a split in the division. Texans are 0-4. Titans are 0-4. I really didn't want the Titans to be 0-4. I really had them 2-2.
I'll never pick them to win.
I had
Fuck
them
those guys.
2-2.
Yeah, I was named. I personally had, just like Chad said there in the comments, I had the Colts 2-2 after 4 weeks. But if we're 3-1, we'd be sitting high and mighty. I promise you.
Yeah. So then we got the NFC North. The Lions are 3-1. The Bears are 3-1. Packers are 1-3. Vikings are 1-3. And then the AFC West, Chargers are 3-1, 1-0 in the division. Chiefs are 3-1. Broncos are 1-3. Raiders are 0-4. And then the NFC West, the Seahawks are 3-1. Niners are 3-1. Cardinals 0-3-1. And the Rams 0-4.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of that looks like it could be pretty damn accurate.
Legit,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of the Saints being 0-4 or being 4-0, and then the Titans being 0-4, I think a lot of that looks like it could very well be possible as far as schedule wise.
Hey, and after 4 weeks, the Colts are ranked 6th in the conference. Just saying.
Yeah,
for
I
a team.
mean, can't be mad at that at all. Can't be mad at that at all.
Now I'm just trying to make sure I'm able to reload this up.
Yeah. Might need to take a picture of it or something. Ooh, he barely missed that.
Oh, okay. We're good.
I did not
Yeah.
know hockey went to halftime after the first period.
Yeah, they got
What?
three of them.
It's not halftime. It's called
Is
the
it not?
intervention. No,
Oh.
so it's like the end of a quarter, pretty much. So each period ends. It's like 20 minute. I think it's 20-minute intermissions.
Appreciate you, Brian, for coming in. He says, "Go Chargers! Y'all have a good night." Appreciate you for coming in tonight. Good luck to your Chargers, man. They'd be great without Brandon Staley, but yeah, appreciate you for coming in. Oh, but I thought they went to halftime. I didn't know they went to the locker room for the match.
Yeah, it's only 3 periods. There really isn't a halftime. So,
But yeah, a lot of that, man, I like the way that went down. I like that we went back and forth on a few of them. I will put that Baltimore versus Cleveland game down here, just to keep our eyes on for is one that we may have had a little bit of conflict on. But yeah, man, that was I like that one. That went pretty good. And then
so if I'm looking at the standings right now in the NFL total, you got Miami. We have Miami at number 1, Philly number 2, Saints 3, Steelers are in 4th, Jacksonville 5, Detroit 6, Chargers 7th, Seattle 8th, Dallas 9th, Jets 10th, Chicago 11th, Colts 12th, San Fran 13th, and then so on, so on. We got Cincy in 14th. KC is in 15th. Our last place team are the Rams.
I think they're
0-4.
them in my opinion, the Rams and Arizona are the 2 most realistic worst teams in the league because I believe the Rams are just getting old and everyone's older. They're starting to rebuild.
We have 6 teams. We have 6 teams without a win heading into Week 5.
I think
That's
the Rams
We
might
have
be a little
1,
bit
2,
underrated.
3,
Just
4,
because I still think they got a really good coach, so I wouldn't say they should be all the way out there as far as like 0-4 wise, maybe 1 or 2 wins or something like that. Because just like ours, we had a little bit of split. Me and Chad had the Colts at 2-2, but we voted them 3-1. So these may look relatively a little bit different. So we have a little bit of shake up there, but
yeah, we have 7 teams that are that have 1 win. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams that have 2 wins. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, a buttload of teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 teams with 3 wins, and then 3 teams that are undefeated.
yeah, so yeah, it'd definitely be some shakeups in there, but I think it's pretty realistic as far as how we went. We went through it thoroughly, and then there's like pretty much unbiased outside of our Colts.
I will say I really don't think I know that we have some bias in here. I will say that, but I don't think Tennessee starts 0-4. I don't.
That's what I said. That's what I said. The only surprise is the Saints being 4-0 and the Titans being 0-4.
Yeah,
were the two biggest surprises for me, just because I think that I don't think the Saints are good enough to be 4-0 through his first 4 weeks.
And I don't think
Vrabel is too good of a coach to be 0-4 through the first 4 weeks. So
facts. Plus, he still has Derrick Henry, so he's going to find a way to win with Derrick Henry.
Exactly.
I think their overall roster is depleted, where I don't think Vrabel can save their butts. That's why I have them losing all 4 games and pick them to lose all 4 games.
I don't think their roster is as depleted as we think it is. I think
offensively, I think it's garbage. Defensively, in my opinion, it's up there.
Offensively, as in their wide receiver core, that's fine. But when you have a guy like Derrick Henry, you can still run a play action like no other, and it's going to leave people wide open. So
yeah, I pretty much.
That's the only thing they have.
That's all the only thing they've had for the last 5 years.
Teams are going to
yeah, see, that's exactly my point. I don't care about anything about depleted. When you have Mike Vrabel as a coach, you could have a college roster that will win you a few games.
They haven't had anything. They haven't had anything overwhelming outside of Derrick Henry at all.
Brown outside of AJ Brown.
And AJ Brown in Tennessee was not AJ Brown in Philly last year.
Right.
Exactly. Totally.
AJ Brown in Tennessee was dropping passes down the field. That's something he didn't do in Philly. So
AJ Brown in Tennessee never ran deep. One in Philly.
Right. He ran.
He did. He ran deep.
He ran deep crossers. He didn't
ran dig routes, but I'm talking like
go routes.
Go routes.
He didn't run go routes.
I never saw him do that in Tennessee.
I'm telling you, he had the game against, I want to say against KC, where he had to drop in the bucket catch.
Yeah, he also had a few where he ran go routes and had them dropped it out of the bucket.
Yeah,
too.
well then, in my opinion, That's another reason why Tennessee should lose games because they use AJ Brown wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little bit of confidence versus when you in Philly versus Tennessee. You know,
That's facts. I just don't see them. I could see them going one with 1 win, 2 wins in the first 4 weeks. That's my biggest surprise. I think everyone else I think is okay. The Saints, yeah, way too many wins. I think, in my opinion. Yeah. But in my opinion, if there is anyone to win that division, it's going to be the Saints.
I also picked the Texans to win, so I didn't think they would be 0-4 either. I see our division easily being like 3-1 Jacksonville, 2-2 Colts.
Yeah, I don't see us 3-1 either.
Oh, 1-3 Texans and 1-3 Titans. Something.
I also don't see Tampa as 0-4, but you guys saw that.
I do.
I can see Tampa going on for.
Dude, they have nobody on the roster.
Yeah, everybody that Brady brought in, there's no running game. They got to fix that offensive line. They lost some corners.
To me, the worst 3 teams in the league are Arizona, Tampa, and the Rams in that order. They are.
I still don't think I would call the Rams one of the worst because if Matthew Stafford is healthy, you get Cooper Kupp, you got Aaron Donald, you got Aaron Donald. Yeah, but I still think even with Stetson Bennett, bro, like I saw some of the reps and stuff that they were doing. I don't think the Rams will be that.
Hey, if they're good, I won't be mad.
I think maybe they'll go 7-10 or something, 7-10 or something like that. But I don't think the Rams. I like Sean McVay. I think Sean McVay is a really good coach.
I do too.
And I think when you have a really good coach, there's no way you could be a terrible team in the league. That's my opinion. I think when you got a good coach, there's no way you could be terrible.
I think we got a couple guys that need to start showing up to these episodes so that we can have all 5 of us freaking voting on these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real. Would be nice, Trev and Damon.
Yeah, Trev's too busy doing his floors, and Damon's out there living his life.
Living his best life.
Yeah.
He's like,
man's out there
in Texas.
But yeah, all right, man. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Next week we're gonna do weeks 5, 6, 7, and 8.
We'll see if we predict the Colts to get into the playoffs. Will we?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Everybody stay tuned.
We're 3-1 right now.
3-1. Wild. I didn't believe.
I'll be. If that really happened, I'll be like, Colts going to the Super Bowl. I'll turn to Pat McAfee real quick. I tell you right now.
Facts. Hey, make sure everybody comes out. Make sure everybody comes out when you're viewing. Make sure you're voting too, man. We have some fun. Everybody in the comments. We had a lot of viewers tonight that just weren't in the comments. Get in the comments.
For real, come through. Tell us what y'all think. Anything
you guys
here?
It's clear that we interact.
Exactly. We'll put your comments up there. Repeat your names and everything, so you can hear it on the podcast part 2, as well as Apple Music and Spotify. Let you guys' names be heard and put you guys out there.
There's some other podcast websites we're on that I don't even know the title of. It just automatically feeds to them. So, yeah.
We're everywhere. Everybody will see. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
Everywhere. And don't worry, this outro still has Matt Ryan. I'm getting on it. All right. I'm going to get it fixed. I've been busy. All right. Ignore it. Nah, it'll be.
It's just like his name says. We are not the Cowboys.
Not the Cowboys. Hey, again, always go Colts. Make sure to come out next week, and let's keep voting. All right, AR5, baby. All right, everybody, have a good night. Everybody, have a good night.
He is going to drop the throw. Fires deep along the right sideline for Alec Pierce. He's got it! Touchdown! Touchdown! Alec Pierce spikes it into the